just assumed it would be something like a strip joint here. She drew like a heart with ketchup,
right?
6 fingers, and shoved them into the unsuspecting victim's rectum, dude. What's funny about today's topic is that weirdos can mean a lot of different things. And I thought about it because are there weirdos in Japan? Definitely.
A lot.
There's also all sorts of weirdos over here too. But then I thought about it. I'm like, okay, what makes something weird? And so I tried to think about things that in Japan a Westerner would think are weird about either behaviors or customs or whatever, right?
Right.
And this is something that when I was working with my editor, he asked me, you need to write all these things down now because you're going to get used to Japan and then they won't be weird to you anymore. Right. And so this was kind of a little bit of an exercise in that type of thing because I thought, okay, well, what would I say is something weird that somebody who hasn't been to Japan might agree with me? So there's things that are, when I looked at them, I'm like, okay, they're weird, but I also know why. So it stops being weird for me personally. But like, for instance, paying for conversation, strictly just conversation,
right?
Is I first time I ever heard of that concept was in Japan, and it was kyabakura or hostokurabu, like host or hostess clubs, right? And if you were paying, I just assumed it would be something like a strip joint here, like there's something they're seeing nudity or there's some champagne room activities happening. The champagne room is like, the VIP, like stuff that's not normally, part of a strip club might happen over there. But the paying for conversations was a Japanese concept for me. And I was like, wow. And people were paying a lot of money.
Right.
And it was just conversation. They were just talking.
It's a whole business.
And then they would leave. Yeah. It's a whole industry. So like, that was one. Nowadays, there's like paying for companionship. And again, this isn't prostitution. This is just companionship. Eating.
Rental girlfriend.
There's rental boyfriends, rental girlfriends.
Rental family.
That's weird. Rental family, yeah. Like you can pay for someone to act as your father, your daddy, your mother, your or like your son or daughter, And again, like loneliness in Japan, I mean Tokyo for sure is a thing, And some people, they have money, but again, socially in Japan, even going out to bars and stuff, you kind of go with groups. You don't just go by yourself. If you go by yourself, it's kind of strange. So there's that. Then another thing that's weird in Japan is childish things for adults. So the first thing I thought of was maid cafes. I've never seen a child in a maid cafe. That's like for grown men.
Yeah. Grown men exclusive.
There's no kids. But if you walk into a maid cafe, there's suns and clouds and like rainbows and like it's all done. It looks like child, almost like like a preschool type of environment. To my Western views, it seemed like that. A Japanese person but actually most Japanese people have never been to a maid cafe, I would say. Also, it's like a kawata thing to do.
Or if you go, they
right.
Or you go with otaku, like full. I'm an otaku, and he accepted his fate, but
fully fledged.
Yeah. What up, Juna?
Right. But I just always thought, like when you go to a maid cafe, I went there once. I went with my editor and another manga artist who was a girl, and she had never been to one. And so my editor was like, okay, let's go. This is part of your next chapter anyway. So like, it's on the house. Like we'll take you guys. So we were like, all right, cool. We went in there. They greet you. They're like, welcome back, master. Goshujin-sama. And all that stuff. And then, you go in. And then again, like I said, there was like clouds and like, it was like some Care Bears, like strawberry shortcake looking place. But all I saw was grown ass dudes in there. And I was just like, okay, that's strange. My editor felt super weird in there. He was just kind of like,
really?
He's not, here's the thing. A lot of people might not know about manga editors. A lot of manga editors are not otaku at all. They're editors. And in publishers, you don't just do manga. Sometimes they move you from manga to fashion magazines like Kodansha or something else. So you you're not like, oh, I love, and then I'm doing manga. Like sometimes you were an editor at a fashion magazine and you were there at that department for a while, and then they rotate you, so you get acquainted with the company, and then you end up doing manga and talking to manga artists, and it's like a whole thing. My editor used to work for a fashion magazine, and although he grew up like most Japanese people reading some kind of manga, and he still enjoyed manga, he's by no means an otaku. He didn't know anything about maid cafes or anything like that. So we went there. He was just kind of like,
all awkward.
he was looking at me. Yeah. And the other thing is, they have these little songs that they sing to the customer when they bring out the stuff, right? It's all very childish stuff, which is, it's all like that. And all that hard stuff. And to me, I wanted to go, I was going to do, I did a scene in Pipochu where the protagonist goes with some friends to a maid cafe in Tokyo, in Akihabara. So I didn't want to make things up. If I could have an opportunity to go, and my editor was like, let's just do it. So we went there, and all the foods, it's like, again, it's kid stuff. Rice.
Omurice.
It's like rice covered by an egg with ketchup on it. Yeah.
That's Japan English right there. Omelette rice.
Yeah. And then you get all sorts of little cakes and that kind of stuff and whatever. So again, like it was just a striking difference between like what the menu looked like and what the environment looked like, and then all these dudes. So, and then I ordered an rice, an omelet rice, and then the maid came out. She sang a song. Put it in front of me, and I was kind of like, oh, arigato. And then she said, okay, like you have to do this with me, and I was like, all right. So, and the whole table had to do it. So my editor was like looking around. The other artist girl thought it was hilarious. She was doing all of it. She was getting into it.
I would be like,
yeah.
Wow,
so she was like, doing like, neko this and something that and, whatever. And then like she drew like a heart with ketchup
right?
on my rice, right? So I'm like, yo, man, like this is, again, not the most adult thing. But number one, in Japan, there's not a lot of judgment with this type of stuff. Like people, whatever you're into.
If you do it, you do it. Yeah.
You just do it and that's it. Here's another thing that's weird. Weird Japan. This childhood prank, which is the kancho, dude.
Kancho.
So you put both index fingers and shove them into the unsuspecting victim's rectum, dude.
Yep. Right in the middle.
That's like funny. That's a joke in Japan. That's a Japanese joke.
Yo, that's Korean too. Hated that. Yeah. You know what's always weird? Because
what's that?
Japanese friendship, right? It takes time to be an actual friend with a Japanese person, right? Japanese person, right? But even as a close friend, in Japanese, they say, nakayoshi ni mo reigi ari. You might be close with somebody, but still, you have to be polite to each other, right? And I'm like, oh, okay, that was it all these years with all my friends. That's why, like, sometimes, they still kept their distance with me and stuff. Right. But then, next thing you do, you turn around, they do kancho to you. I'm like, "Nani ga reigi nanda yo?"
It's just a prank. It's just a
prank.
prank.
Man, I hated that stuff. Man, back in high school in Korea, it was all dudes high school. So, that kancho, imagine how strong the kancho used to be.
Dude, that's
in an all dudes high school.
Horrible,
my friend did a kancho so strong, he broke his index finger once. The next day, he had that thing in his finger. He had to be like this for like a month.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, he dislocated his index finger.
Yo, he went for it, dude. He got in there.
Like more than 90 degrees. It's just...
That's real hatred, dude. Like, he put some force behind it. He took a running start for that kancho.
Just like, sure you can then. Yeah,
man.
That kancho thing was always weird, for sure.
Yeah. Here's another thing I found weird. Bathing together with friends and coworkers and people and have interaction with on a daily basis or whatever, and then just getting naked and being there, like, that's something where, like, I got used to it in Japan. Yeah. But at first I was like, bro, like, what?
Same.
You're all your coworkers, you're gonna hang out naked together? Like, what is that? Like, I didn't understand, but they called it skinship.
Skinship.
Or skinship.
That too, and touching people, a male, female, like interaction, like holding hands, whatever, kissing. That's all skinship too. That's all skinship. Like hugging, whatever. That's all skinship too. But yeah, man, like I remember when I went to Korea for the first time to live, and my dad was like, let's go to a sento. Like, what is a sento? It's like, it's a public bath. Like, do I have to take my bathing suit with me?
Yeah.
I was out because I grew up here and I didn't know anybody. Like, no, you just go in naked. I'm like, there's gonna be other people.
What? Right.
All these other osangs, whatever, like they're just gonna be like naked.
Right.
Just I'm like, I don't want to see any of that stuff. I don't want to show mine. Remember when you came to Korea? Yeah. You were there like for hours inside, right? But at first I was like, no, hell no.
I think, what is it, like Norway or
like
Iceland,
like saunas,
or Finland. I think there's some Russia. There's certain cultures that have like the bathhouse culture as part of the thing. But most Westerners are not used to, like, you're with your coworker, you just finished an assignment, you're done, you had a drink, and then they're like, all right, let's go get naked together, bro. That's like, what? So I felt like that, but
imagine the whole class, 50 dudes, 50, 60 dudes in one bath house. Yeah. That was my high school. Man. Yeah. One of my good friends, man. His family business is sento. So we would all go, like 20, 30 dudes go, and then it becomes like the Street Fighter Honda stage. Everybody all naked. Yeah, man.
So wait, when you went to your first sento, were you like 12 or 13?
12 or 13. I was already, kind of like not a baby, so I kind of knew, like, I'm like, I don't want to go. Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, man, I really didn't. I thought it was like weird as hell.
Right. Well, the other thing in Japan is that, like, children will bathe with their mom or their dad up to a certain age.
Yeah.
And it's like not. And again, to me, that was, I didn't do that. I wasn't used to that. But like, I don't know what the cutoff age is, but these kids can talk.
So sometimes like 12 or 13 . Yeah.
That's crazy to me, dude.
Because some Asians, they look extra young, right? I never went into a female tub bath.
Well, here's the thing,
but no.
That's what I'm saying is crazy. Like, if you're just with guys and whatever, then But little boys would go to the sento with their mom in the women's one. Where I'm like, if you're at a certain age, you're a kid, you just don't even care about anything. But like, if you're going at 12. I'm pretty sure you can't get in with your mom at 12. That would be kind of crazy.
24.
He's a late bloomer. He's just a late bloomer. He hasn't matured.
Death roll right away.
Oh, dude.
But yeah.
So yeah, bathing with friends and coworkers. I would put that on a list of like things a Westerner would find weird. The other one that's weird, and it's totally not weird nowadays. But I thought it was weird when I was watching Japanese TV, and it was the reaction windows on the screens, where they always have some celebrity or some commentator or somebody, or sometimes multiple screens, where they're showing you something that's happening, and they're also showing you the host's reactions.
Yeah.
Sometimes the host reactions are nothing. They're just, it depends on their character.
Yeah, character.
Like we've mentioned this many times. We'll never stop mentioning it, but in Japan, especially in the media, you are a bona fide character. You're either the cool person or the beautiful person or the shy person
or the ugly funny one.
The ugly funny one.
Or the handsome funny one, or you're the gaijin. That's it. The gaijin is gaijin.
The gaijin's a collection of things. The gaijin can be, if you're a gaijin they find attractive, you can go in the kakkoi section. But I've seen less of those and more of just like the buffoon, dude. Yeah. Like, you're gaijin, you're the buffoon.
Who was that dude? The big dude, Bob Sapp. Or, you know how I really liked? Bobby Oregon. I thought that dude was always funny. But then you have these like the fake blonde dudes. What was his name?
Dave Spector.
What? That was his name? David Spector?
David Spector. David Spector.
David-san. Yeah, I always thought he was weird, man.
It's because he probably is, dude.
Yeah, that dude, like, he always had this bleached blonde hair.
He had to see extra gaijin because, I mean, he's,
Is he half?
I think naturally he's got dark hair. No, I don't think he's half. I think he's just American. But he went there in like the 80s or something, dude.
He's one of the like early gaijins who just lived forever.
I've heard there's been like exposés about like.
Oh, I'm pretty sure, man. I'm pretty sure. Nowadays, man.
Yeah.
Nowadays, everybody's like, he did something. Plus, it's entertainment business in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, it's like the Wild West.
Yeah, Wild West. And all the, like, probably Diddy shit compared to that is nothing.
Oh, and Japan, I mean.
Japan, yeah. Or Asia, man.
Actually,
yeah.
A friend was texting me today about Johnny's.
Johnny-san.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like,
and
all those like, handsome, pretty boys, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it's
like,
tough.
They were like
Johnny's secret until that guy passed away.
Yeah. At least they kept the secret. The interesting thing was, we would think, okay, Johnny-san was like ripping these boys. I mean, he was ripping those boys, but no, it was the other way around. He was giving fellatio to these kids,
right?
Like middle school kids or elementary.
Yeah, they started
school kids.
at like 12 and 13.
Yeah,
like
even earlier, right? If depends on like what age they got picked.
It's horrible, dude. No, dude, I'm pretty sure these guys got some real
stories,
issues
man.
because of that. Dude. Like,
yeah. Funny thing is, Johnny's is Japan's entertainment business, right? At least
it's
the
like
80s and 90s, right?
It was the biggest one.
Japan's whole entertainment industry equal Kimura Takuya.
Right.
Kimura Takuya is where? Johnny's, right?
Yeah.
That's how he became like the most popular dude. I mean, he's like the most popular dude in Japan, I'll say, in the entertainment business, right? Who else?
Yeah, I mean, definitely was. When I started learning Japanese, he definitely was.
Yeah.
Because he was on all the magazines, he was on TV.
And he's our generation too. So I can tell like how like the dudes talk in Japan. Our generation kids, like Naru, sounds just like Kimura Takuya.
Well, because they were younger than him and they were watching him.
Watching
like
him. Right.
right.
The template to be cool was Kimura Takuya.